Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Anthony.
And Terrell.
And of course, Tyrell. Today, we're going to be making grilled steaks with herb butter. So, Tyrell, what?
Let's get cooking.
Let's get cooking. First, we're going to be making our herb butter. You know, our herb butter is a great way to dress up a steak. It adds a lot of flavors. So today, we're going to be making an herb butter to go over our nice T-bone steak. Tyrell, what are the ingredients for the herb butter?
Steak seasoning, salted butter, 1 stick salted to room temperature, fresh rosemary, fresh thyme, parsley, and a garlic clove.
Wow, that's a lot of ingredients.
It sure is.
Let's get our 1 stick of butter that we're having at room temperature. Then we're gonna grab the thyme, the garlic, and the parsley. We're gonna need a large bowl to mix our ingredients in. You're gonna take your ingredients and we're going to chop up the parsley. Okay, we're gonna chop 2 teaspoons of parsley.
That's a lot of parsley.
Well, you know, we're gonna chop it into fine pieces here.
Make sure you chop it real good.
There's one thing I like to chop, and that would be you. Now we're gonna take and we're gonna add this to our bowl. And we're gonna begin to cut us some fresh thyme leaves. And we're gonna take our thyme off.
We're gonna take our time.
Yeah. Well, you always take your time in everything you do, but we're gonna take the thyme off the stem, and we're only gonna need about a tablespoon of thyme.
Okay.
I love the way thyme smells. So we're gonna take the thyme off. See, it takes time to take it off.
It really does.
Oh, and it smells so good.
With you anyway.
Yeah, you know, you always got something smart to say. Would you like to use your hands to take the thyme off?
No.
I didn't think so. Alright, once we've taken the thyme off the stem, we're going to just chop it up a little bit. Again, I love the way fresh thyme smells. Try not to get any stems. And then we're just going to take the thyme and we're going to add the thyme to the bowl. Next we want a garlic clove, and we're going to take and
That's a cool machine.
squeeze the garlic into the bowl. There we go.
Ah, mine!
Your eyes? I don't think so. Making sure that we get all of the garlic. Now we want to take and cut up our rosemary. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the rosemary and we're going to take them off the stem. And you're going to slowly dice them so that we can add them to our spices.
You know, I used to date a girl named Rosemary.
You know, you remind me of one of my favorite horror movies, Rosemary Baby.
That was a scary movie.
Yeah, in that movie, Rosemary, just like you, terrorized people.
She didn't terrorize anybody in the movie.
Rosemary's Baby terrorized.
Yeah, if you're gonna reference the movie, get it right.
You're such a wise kid. Now we want to take our butter and add the butter to the bowl. We're going to take and use a fork, and we're going to combine the butter and the fresh herbs together.
That smells wonderful.
And it looks really good. Then we want to add a big pinch of steak seasoning, maybe 2, to our herbs, and then combine those together.
You're turning into a really good cook.
Well, you know, teaching yourself to cook is never easy. We're gonna take our mixture and we're gonna place it on a plastic sheet. to create a log. Teaching myself to cook has been quite an experience, and I am so grateful that I'm learning so much about cooking. I know that I'm learning that there's so many great things that I've never tasted that I'm getting an opportunity to taste now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create our log, and we're gonna place this in the refrigerator for about 20 to 30 minutes. While that is getting firm, we're gonna go ahead and prepare our steaks. For our steak season, you're gonna need a large Ziploc bag. In our large Ziploc bag, we're gonna add 3/4 tablespoons of rock salt. We're gonna add 1.5 teaspoons of whole black peppercorn. We're gonna add in a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of dried minced onions.
You're in my way.
Oh, I'm always in your way according to you. We're gonna add in 1/4 tablespoon of fennel seeds, and we're gonna add in 1/8 teaspoons of
It's called a fennel seed, just so you know.
fennel seed. Thank you, fennel seed. We're gonna add in 1/8 teaspoons of red chili pepper flakes. We're gonna place these all in the Ziploc bag, and then we're going to crush our seasonings together, like the way I wanna crush Tyrell's head most of the time.
Wow, that's really mean. Hey, what's my marble counters?
Tyrell, you know,
These are really expensive.
this reminds me of what I wanted to do to you when you locked me in the basement last week.
That was really funny, wasn't it?
It wasn't funny to me. And there you have it. This is gonna be the seasoning for our steak. We're now ready for our T-bone steaks. We're gonna grab our T-bone steaks out of the refrigerator, and we're gonna season them with the homemade seasoning that we made and some vegetable oil before placing them on the grill. You wanna take and place vegetable oil over your steaks. Be sure to rub it in on both sides.
Make sure you get in there real good.
Right. Rubbing it in on both sides.
Make sure you're using a lot of vegetable oil.
I want to make sure these sizzle on the grill. Then we're gonna take and we're gonna add our homemade seasoning. We're gonna just sprinkle a little bit over the top of each. And
On
we're
the
gonna,
front and the back.
yeah, guess what? I was gonna get the back, Tyrell.
Well, just make sure you get it, cause
On the front and the back. You wanna add it to both sides.
I need a lot of seasoning on my steak.
I bet.
You forgot to preheat the oven.
Today, we're gonna be grilling outside.
Outside, there's mosquitoes out there.
Yeah, big ones.
I don't know if I want to go outside.
These babies have to be cooked on the grill.
Okay, if you say so.
And I say so. And remember, the show is Cooking with Anthony, not Terrell.
You want to bet?
Okay, you want to take and you want to preheat your grill, only lighting half of it for about 10 to 15 minutes prior to adding the steak. You want to make sure that it's nice and good and hot on one side.
Try not to burn your eyebrows off.
Instead of burning my eyeballs, I really like to burn you, Terrell.
Wow, that's real nice of you.
You see, cooking outdoors is not so bad after all. There's no cleanup.
But there's plenty of mosquitoes.
I hope a big one gets you. Okay, now that the grill is good and hot, we're gonna place our steaks on the grill. We're gonna keep them on with the lid closed for about 1.5 minutes. Oh, we're gonna flip them to the other side. Ooh, that's a good sear on that. Okay, now that our steaks have been cooking for a little while, we're gonna take and move the steaks to the unlit side for 7 to 10 minutes, or until your preferred taste.
I like mine medium well.
Well, I like mine well done, so I'm gonna let mine stay on a little longer.
But that's gonna dry the steak out.
That's okay. You eat steak your way, I eat steak my way. And if you don't be quiet, you're gonna be steak.
I know if you don't move your hand on my face, I'm gonna snatch it off.
Well, it looks like our steak should be about done right now. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take the steaks off the grill. Oh wow.
Ooh,
That.
pretty tasty.
Look at that. We're gonna let them sit for 5 minutes and then we're gonna add the butter. Okay, now we've added our herb butter to it. We've let it sit for 5 minutes, and now let's take a taste. Oh, it's good and juicy. What do you think, Terrell?
The butter gets with a nice little taste.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful steak.
Yes.
You can taste the herbs all through it. Well, anyway, thank you for watching, and see you next week.